You've probably heard this advice your entire life. Be nice. Always treat people well, put others first. And on the surface, that sounds like good advice, but here's the weird part. The people who try the hardest to be nice are often the same people getting ignored, friend-zoned, walked over, and secretly disrespected. Meanwhile, someone else walks into the room, confident, calm, unapologetically themselves, and somehow everybody pays attention to them. Why? Why does being too nice actually make people less attracted to you? And more importantly, what should you do instead? Because this isn't about becoming rude. It's about understanding the psychology of attraction most people never talk about. And trust me, the final mindset shift in this video changes everything. The problem isn't kindness, let's clear this up immediately. Being kind is attractive. Being respectful is attractive. Being caring is attractive. But being too nice is completely different. Nice guy syndrome is not kindness. It's approval-seeking behavior disguised as kindness. That's the difference. A genuinely kind person helps because they want to. A people pleaser helps because they're scared of rejection, and people can feel that energy instantly. Think about someone who constantly agrees with everyone. They never say no. Never express real opinions. Never challenge anything. At first, it seems polite, but eventually it starts feeling fake, because confidence and attraction are deeply connected to authenticity. And this is where most people make a mistake. They think attraction comes from being more agreeable, but attraction usually comes from being more real. Why nice guys finish last? There's a reason people keep repeating the phrase, nice guys finish last. Not because kindness is bad, but because fake niceness creates pressure. Here's how it usually works. Someone likes a person, but instead of expressing attraction confidently, they start performing. They overtext, overgive, overhelp. They become emotionally available 24/7, and secretly they expect those actions to earn attraction. But attraction doesn't work like a reward system. You can't trade favors for emotional connection. Now this next part might surprise you. A lot of people aren't rejecting the kindness itself. They're rejecting the hidden neediness underneath it. Because when someone is constantly trying to earn love, attention, or approval, it creates emotional pressure. And pressure kills emotional attraction fast. People want connection to feel natural. Not like a debt they owe you. People-pleasing makes you invisible. Imagine asking someone where they want to eat. I don't care what movie they want to watch. Anything is fine, what their opinion is. Whatever you think. At first, that sounds easygoing, but after a while it becomes frustrating. Why? Because humans are attracted to identity, opinions, preferences, energy, direction. People-pleasing habits slowly erase all of that. When someone constantly hides themselves to avoid conflict, they stop feeling emotionally present. And this is why self-respect and attraction are connected, because self-respect allows someone to exist honestly without apologizing for it. That confidence becomes magnetic. Not because it's loud, but because it feels solid. Confidence is more attractive than niceness. Here's something most people misunderstand. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is emotional security. It's the ability to handle disapproval without falling apart. That's powerful. Someone confident can say, "No, I can't do that," without guilt, without panic, without feeling like they need to explain themselves for 10 minutes. And this is where confidence and attraction become deeply linked, because people trust people who trust themselves. Now think about someone who constantly seeks approval. They change personalities depending on who they're around. They avoid honesty to avoid rejection. They apologize for everything. That energy feels uncertain, and uncertainty is rarely attractive. But here's where things get interesting. Most attraction happens emotionally before it happens logically. People react to energy first. That's why someone can say all the right things and still feel unattractive. Because underneath the words is fear. Fear of rejection, fear of not being enough, fear of losing approval. And people can sense it immediately. The hidden cost of being too nice. Nobody talks about this part enough. Being overly nice doesn't just hurt attraction. It destroys your mental peace. Because constantly trying to make everyone happy is exhausting. You become the emotional support system for everyone else while ignoring your own needs completely. And eventually, resentment starts building. You say yes when you mean no. You stay quiet when something bothers you. You tolerate disrespect to avoid conflict. until one day you barely recognize yourself anymore. This is why learning how to stop being a people pleaser changes your entire life. Not just your dating life, your confidence, your friendships, your emotional health. Everything improves, because for the first time you stop performing and start existing honestly. Boundaries create attraction. One of the most attractive personality traits is boundaries. Not aggression, not dominance, boundaries, because boundaries communicate value. Think about this. When someone gives unlimited access to their time, energy, attention, and emotions with no standards, people unconsciously value it less. But someone who protects their energy feels different. They don't chase endlessly. They don't beg for validation. They don't tolerate disrespect just to keep someone around. And strangely enough, that creates more respect. Because self-respect and attraction always go together. Now, this doesn't mean becoming cold or emotionally unavailable. That's another misunderstanding. The goal is not to care less. The goal is to stop abandoning yourself. Huge difference. Why authentic people are more attractive. Think about the most magnetic people you've ever met. Usually they aren't trying desperately to be liked. They're just comfortable being themselves. That's what makes them attractive naturally. Authenticity creates emotional trust. Because people feel like they're interacting with a real human being, not a performance. And this is why authenticity and confidence are so attractive together. People connect deeply with honesty. Even flaws become attractive when someone owns them confidently. But perfection feels fake. And fake energy pushes people away. Now this next part is important. A lot of people become nice because they think hiding their true personality will make them more lovable. But the opposite usually happens. The more someone suppresses themselves for approval, the less emotionally attractive they become. Because attraction grows through emotional honesty, not emotional editing. Stop seeking approval. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop asking, how do I make people like me? Start asking, am I sacrificing myself just to avoid rejection? That question exposes everything. Because many people spend their entire lives chasing validation. They become whatever other people want them to be, but eventually that creates emptiness. Why? Because approval without authenticity never feels real. You can have everyone liking the version of you that performs and still feel completely disconnected inside. That's why emotionally strong people stand out. They're not controlled by approval. They can handle disagreement, rejection, conflict, and that emotional freedom becomes attractive immediately. The truth about attraction nobody tells you. Real attraction is not built on perfection. It's built on emotional honesty. People are drawn toward those who are grounded, authentic, confident, and emotionally secure. Not because they're trying to impress everyone, but because they're comfortable being themselves. And ironically, the moment you stop chasing approval, people start respecting you more. Not because you became arrogant, but because you finally became real. That changes your energy completely. You stop over-explaining, stop over-apologizing, stop shrinking yourself to fit into everyone else's expectations. And suddenly people feel your presence differently, because authenticity has weight. Confidence has weight. Self-respect has weight, and that energy is impossible to fake. So no, the answer isn't to stop being kind. The answer is to stop betraying yourself just to be accepted. Because the version of you constantly begging for approval will never feel truly attractive, no matter how nice you are. And remember what we talked about at the beginning. That confident person everyone naturally gravitates toward. It was never about looks, money, or status. It was about authenticity. If this video helped you understand the psychology of attraction, make sure you watch the next video where I break down why emotionally detached people seem so attractive. And if you enjoyed this, like the video and subscribe, because we're talking about the truths most people are too afraid to say out loud.